For Speaker Mike Johnson notched an impressive first ballot re-election victory. So will this be a united GOP majority, or will egos and drama stand in the way of progress? For more on this, let's bring in Utah Republican Congressman Burgess Owens. Congressman, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Lydia. I'm looking forward to chatting with you for sure.
This was quite the feat for Johnson as well as for President Trump. Initially, I was sitting in this very chair as all the drama unfolded, and initially we saw Norman and Self, also Massey. They voted for someone else, and then we saw Massey's the lone guy, the lone wolf, staying on his own. But then we saw Self. And Self and Norman come to their senses. There was also a silent protest going on. But in the end, Johnson won first round. What kind of message does that send to the American people about the GOP, this 119th Congress?
It says that we finally have a Congress that's America first. And this began back at President Trump's first term, when we began to bring people to Congress to care more about our country than themselves. And we're right now in the 119th, and this is the combination of all that. And what we saw, keep in mind, this is the smallest majority we've ever had. It's the first time that we've had a smaller majority in the House than in the Senate. And yet here we are, all on board, first ballot, and this is just the beginning. Right now, I've been hearing that President Trump has been bringing these different families together down in Mar-a-Lago. Those areas that we need to get through this first process of 100 days. He's bringing everybody together so we can make sure we're on the same page. And he's our leader. He has a mandate. And the mandate he has is that we're going to make sure that what his promises are to the American people, we will follow. And it's going to be a very, very exciting time for us, Lydia. I'm really very, very excited about it.
Congressman, what do you say to people that say Speaker Johnson isn't conservative enough? His speech, his acceptance speech, was so classy. No low blows. He seems to be the type of person that wants to reach across the aisle, get some compromise going, because that's the only way to move forward in a government, correct?
Yeah, and I'll say this. I texted immediately when he got done and said, Mike, you nailed it. He really hit the points. And by the way, he's one of the most conservative congresspeople we have, also one of the most respected. And he doesn't play games. He doesn't make deals. No, he's the right guy, and he has a relationship with President Trump that's going to make sure that we don't have the chaos that we've had in the past. So these are remarkable times. And let me just say this. Our country is a country of miracles. We're watching a miraculous times, and we're all part of the process. We were there to watch our country come so close to coming off the edge, going off the edge of the abyss. And here we are. People from every background, color, race, creed, doesn't matter. We're saying, finally, we want our country back. We want sanity. We want the American dream to live again. And I'll be honest with you, it took a Biden for us to see how bad things could get. We don't want Marxism. We want the American dream alive and well again. And we have the right people at the right time. So just know that we're going to be in a position from generations from this point moving forward that we can say we were alive, we were part of it, and we made the big difference by bringing President Trump with his mandate back to the White House.
Congressman, we also kind of almost came close to having a Kamala. We thought Biden was bad. Kamala, this installed candidate, she was, listen to this. So she was swearing in the new Republican Senate majority, and I want you to take a listen to how she did the Pledge of Allegiance here.
Join me in pledging allegiance to our flag. I pledge allegiance to the United States of America and to the...
So you just heard it there. Instead of saying, I pledge allegiance to the flag, I pledge allegiance to the... She doesn't even know the Pledge of Allegiance. I came home. When I heard this, I specifically asked my daughter, Julia, what is the Pledge of Allegiance? She said it beautifully. How does a vice president... It's just an indication of just how incompetent she is, it's embarrassing.
Well, Lydia, this goes into your monologue that you started off this conversation with. We are at a place where we have to recognize education is what it's all about. Ignorant free can never be was what Thomas Jefferson said many years ago. And so what we're finding out is we need to get back to educating our kids, educating our people to how our country works, what freedom really looks like, what Marxism looks like. Now, we understand how it feels, but what does it take to become a Marxist state? And just instinctively, because of our DNA, we've fought up against that. Now is our time to get back to teaching our kids to love our nation, to have big dreams, to understand meritocracy. And now is our chance to do it. And President Trump, by the way, understands that. He's putting in place the people we need. We have a remarkable chairman that's going to be in the education workforce, going to be making sure that we're focused on this. And throughout our higher education, our pre-K through 12, we're going to make sure we're teaching our kids how to love our nation and to embrace freedom again and fight for it. Looking forward to
Congressman,
that.
before I let you go, we're running out of time, but we're going to talk more about this segment, just everybody at home. But we got to talk about Joe Biden gave 19 people the highest civilian honor, the Presidential Medal of Freedom. 2 of the recipients are causing outrage. Alex Soros, the son of billionaire Democrat mega donor George Soros, accepted the Presidential Medal of Freedom from Joe Biden on behalf of his dad. Of course, we know George Soros, who he is. He's responsible for the most destructive, regressive policies ever in our nation. And then, of course, she's back. Hillary Clinton, failed presidential candidate, bestowed with the same award. This is a woman who destroyed government property and left Americans to die in Benghazi. And I guess it's appropriately she's wearing red there. What did you think of Hillary Clinton and George Soros getting the highest civilian honor, sir?
I'm thankful that they cannot help themselves. These folks are devoid of wisdom. There is no God in their vocabulary. So what we're seeing is why the Democratic Party will continue to lose the American people. We are at a remarkable place. All we have to do is show who we are as a Republican Party, reach out to help people understand what hope feels like, and they see it through our policies. So let the Democrats keep doing this. The far left Marxists will continue to drive their party into the hole, and many people will come our way because there are a lot of good people in this country that are just finally really realizing that we are the party that is America first. That's for them. And we're looking forward to making sure that message goes out very strong.
Congressman Burgess Owens, thank you so much, sir, and Happy New Year. Thank you.
Thank you, Liddy. Same to you. All the best.